Duck 2020 Mega Thread. Happy New Year. This is a mega thread to discuss everything related to New Year's Eve celebrations, the coming of the new year, and the downfall of 2020. All top level comments to this post should be questions surrounding the topic of the new year. The purpose of this mega thread is to contain all of the new year topics, in order to cut down on all the new year posts we will get. While this thread is up, all other new year posts will be removed. Love, the mod team. Anyone else get really pissed off that there was even an ad on the ducking timer? Like really? You have to squeeze one more ad down our throat? Did anyone watch the ABC New Year's? They missed the ducking countdown to 12. Those ducking idiots missed it. Honestly, a perfect end to 2020. You guys realize this was a leap year? This shit ass year got an extra day. That's some bullshit. My husband and I realized that today. Like this year of a damn year's needed 366 days? Exclamation mark. Felt like 666 days. In all ways. I know there aren't many people in Times Square, but man, has it always been this weird. Other countries show landmarks and fireworks. America shows billboard ads, while showing the same two people with Planet Fitness ads on their hats. What good things happened to you in 2020? I don't care how small or petty it is. If it made you happy, it counts. I got let go because of the pandemic. Found a job that was double my salary. Got asked back to previous job because I did most of the work. Got to tell my boss no with a big shit-eating grin on my face. On this day, 1 year ago, what were you expecting from 2020? 2020 has taught me that no matter how much free time I have, I will still procrastinate like there is no tomorrow. Did I get my backlog of books read? No. Did I get the backlog of documentaries watched? No. Did I complete Red Dead Redemption 2? No. Did I catch up on all the sports highlights I wanted to watch? No. Did I finish all the Pirates of the Caribbean? No. Did I organize all my books into alphabetical order using the surname of the author, whilst simultaneously starting, but not finishing a total of 14 Cities on Cities Skylines? Yes. So thank you 2020 for proving once and for all I'm one procrastinating duck. Oh. Happy New Year. Who are you me? I literally open up Steam, stare at my games, one of which is Cities Skylines, and just close it and come back 15 minutes later and repeat. I just can't bring myself to play anything ugh. People who use their New Year's resolution to go to the gym again. What's your resolution this year? Home exercises that we won't do. Who's got two thumbs and loves having 2020 in the rearview mirror? Question mark. Between the wife and I, we lost 4 family members this year. 2 to cancer, 1 to COVID, and another just had all their health problems drag them under. Finally, and a flooded basement. 2020 can kiss my ass. I hope 2021 is filled with pleasant surprises. Sort of the inverse of the previous year. Like the COVID vaccine has the unintended side effect of curing several forms of cancer. What a fantastic stroke of fortune. Or scientists detect an alien transmission and the aliens teach us how to extract clean, unlimited energy from the quantum vacuum. Just something nice and unexpected. Yeah, no? That would be so cool. Who else is spending New Year's completely alone? Anyone else trying to make real friends in 2021? Are those gunshots or fireworks outside? Yes. Yo, anyone watching the ABC Radio 2020 year in review just now? They were airing the wrong footage. It was some guy driving around Kansas City. Pretty funny. So be honest, does it feel like 2020 is over now? To me, it's still kind of abstract. Like, it's way past 2019. But it doesn't feel like a whole year has been earned just yet. Know what I mean? Anyone got any idea how much Kaya paid to have their ads running behind the countdown? Remember when we thought 2019 was a garbage year? Good times. How blissfully naive we were. Is there any way to play Adobe Flash games in 2021. Am I the only person that doesn't have any resolutions? Like I've just given up on any hopes that I had, and I'm just wanting to make it through this year. Beyond surviving, what are you proud of accomplishing or overcoming in 2020? I left my shitty, overworked and underpaid job. My wife got her dream job which allowed me to find something else. I mean, it took me most of the year due to COVID, but I did it thanks to her. It's almost my 1-year joblessness anniversary, but at least I got to stay home, help out my mother, and didn't get the virus. What else one can hope for? Really? Later. 2020. It's been one of the wild ones. Is this the most hyped up or anticipated New Year's in living memory besides probably 2000/millennium? If not, which other year besides the obvious 2000? I quit smoking, quit drinking, went back to college, got a 4.0, and am sober for the first New Year in forever. I guess socializing was the problem. Anyone else? Who actually did really well this year? That's what I'm interested to know. My company's stock value tripled after I was given a lot of stock worth more than my salary. I now suddenly have a retirement greater than what a lot of people wish for, after being negative net worth for all my life because of student loans. I know it's still too soon, but what's a glimpse or a glimmer of hope you've personally seen recently that hints 2021 would be a better year than the last? Can I get an effing chat for our boy Flash player? May it live in our hearts forever. So is the phrase hindsight is 2020 officially ruined? 2020 is hindsight now. YKW? Duck 2020. It was a shitty year overall, and I lost many great people and the end of the year is quite literally a pain in the ass. I was diagnosed with hemorrhoids, so duck 2020. Did the dumpster fire that is 2020 extinguish, or is it merely rolling past us blazing on wood? COVID, near fatal car crash that almost took my youngest from me, layoffs at work, election insanity, hitting new highs, or maybe lows, of crazy every damn week. 2020 can duck right off. Happy New Year, y'all. You see a health bar appear in the sky. Who is the first boss we'll have to fight in 2021? Couldn't see my American fiance, I'm British, after February due to the travel ban and visa processing being stopped, and it led to us eventually breaking up. Will things be okay? Man. Remember 2020? Can you sum up your 2020? Oddly enough, it was one of the best years of my life in some ways. I finally escaped an abusive situation, and I wasn't really going out beforehand, so I haven't been affected too badly by that. Lockdown has basically just been your regularly scheduled existence, now with 80% less emotional manipulation and self-hatred. People with 2020 vision. Why are you living in the past? Has anyone had something good happen in 2020 that is actually good with no bittersweet undertone to it? Graduated with my bachelor's and started my master's. You know why I hate 2020? I lost my home. I lost every personal belonging dating back to birth in a fire. I moved to a place I finally enjoyed this in spring amidst the pandemic. I just overcame what seemed like suicidal inevitability following a week-long rehabilitation clinic, which followed several months in a separate rehabilitation clinic for a traumatic brain injury, which followed my girlfriend's younger brother dying. It's not a pissing contest. I'm not looking for sympathy or whatever. I just really need to get this out. I hate this year. Edit. And then I lost everything in a fire. Why did 2020 do that to us? Why did Taco Bell reduce their menu items in 2020? How do these booze bottles keep emptying so quickly? Yo, anyone else have their social/romantic relationships and health ruined in 2020? Fuck you 2020. To the few who had a good year, why was it good? So what now? 2020? What's that? I just woke up. Go back to bed, mate. Do other countries have special food to eat on New Year's evening? In the Netherlands we got oliebollen, oil balls, deep fried dough with raisins and powdered sugar. How long do you think it'll take for people to start massively hating 2021? Give it a week. Anyone else pumped for USA and Russia's nuclear peace treaty to expire in February of 2021? Those of you still in 2020, how's it feel to get a few extra hours of suffering? How is it for everyone else stuck in 2020 still due to time zones? Nothing but suffering, me lord. 4:20 p.m. on the 1st January 2021. So, who wants to know the future? What is the best quarantine food? I ate a lot of guacamole and pita chips. Also macadamias and tacos. Is anyone actually going to Ducking Planet Fitness? Question mark. Like what the duck were in the middle of a pandemic and they're advertising their damn gym. Where can I get my I survived 2020 and all I got was this lousy t-shirt. I didn't make a New Year's resolution this year. I always procrastinate on it and feel bad months later. Instead, I'm just going to do small things that might add up over time. With that being said, what's the first beneficial thing you're gonna do for yourself this year? So, how did 2020 give you one last personal kick in the teeth? My family's nearly 16-year-old dog's health is deteriorating, and my dad started talking about how long until it's time to put him down. People who are suffering from mental illnesses this year, how and what made you pull through? I don't know if all my clocks were wrong in my house and I've been living a lie for a year, but was the ball drop off by a solid 3 minutes? What was the worst meme this year? They did surgery on a grape. I'm so glad 2020 is ending. This year has been the ducking worst. I lost my grandma this year. My grandpa and my whole family was and still is devastated and grieving. Fuck COVID-19 for not allowing us to be with her in her last moments. What gets me is this the first of many funerals I'll have to attend. Does it get any easier? Am I the only one that feels like 2021 will just be the same drag that 2020 was? Kinda like a 2020 part 2? What if the Mayan guy who created the calendar was dyslexic? And instead of 2012 the world is actually supposed to end in 2021. So what would be the best way for 2020 to end? How about when I was woken up by cops yesterday morning because of a unusual gaseous event occurring under my building. So we are all evacuated on New Year's Eve and still have been unable to go home. Oh, also 5 minutes before midnight my parents' electricity goes out cause a tree fell on their power line. Fuck you 2020. Happy goddamn New Year and it. Did anyone cry themselves to sleep? I cried myself to sleep. This hasn't happened since I lived with my abusive mum. Brexited and MF Doom died. It feels like 2021 is a shitpost already. Eater, if anyone needs an ear and shoulder, you got mine. Hoss had their first wank. BRB just remembered something. Does anyone feel an inkling to reach out to people you haven't talked to in a long time because of the holiday, but then stop yourself since it won't feel like a genuine interaction? Like why reach out right now instead of before? Will this new year be better than 2020? I hope so. This year I lost my little brother, made terrible life decisions, was jobless for 6 months, and I'm ending the year by possibly being infected. So I'm ready for a better year. Edit. Oh. And I found out the family that has been raising me for the past 18 years isn't actually related to me, and my mom was lied to about who her dad was. What a crazy year. Anyone else spending New Year's in quarantine? I mean, I was going to celebrate at home anyway, but this adds an edge of suckage. Has anyone else had a moment of clarity / existentialism tonight about how crazy it is that 2020 actually happened? This is really how it is now, guys. This is reality. Hey Redditors, what the best and worst thing to happen to you in 2020? Best thing, started my hobby of a gaming website. Worst thing, lost my job and pretty much all my friends. So, overall a pretty good year. Who slept through the new year? Happy New Year! Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. Please click subscribe if you enjoyed this video.